You are now listening to
D, the delinquent.
On the podcast.
This is Many Hats, No Cap, baby.
D, the delinquent. Many hats, no cap.
Welcome to Many Hats, No Cap with Delinquent. Yo, do you know the difference between a hustler and a beggar? I'm sure you do. A lot of you do. A lot of you get it. You know it. You live it. You see it. You just understand. But see, the older I get, the more I realize and see firsthand, there's a lot of people that just don't get it. There's a lot of beggars that truly believe they're hustlers because they usually get what they want. And there's a lot of hustlers that don't know or believe they are hustlers. They just doing it. They just do what they do. See, I used to work with this dude named John. He was a handyman. He had his own company. I don't know if it was legit, but I do know he paid us cash, paid us on time, and he paid very, very well. But John was a hustler. And I remember one day on the field, he broke it down to me, and it made the most sense. It made perfect sense, and it stuck with me ever since. He broke down to me the differences between a hustler and a beggar. He said it like this. See, a beggar will do just that. They just beg and beg and beg. Let me get $5 for this, man. Let me get $2 more for this, man. Let me get $1 more. Oh, that's all you could do? Let me get 10 for this. Let me get 20 more for that. Or also, they just love playing the victim. They point at everybody and everything for all their faults, for all their losses, for all their bullshit. They never accept any accountability. They love playing the victim. Whereas a hustler, they just make shit happen. They either do it on their own or on the backs of others, or they use other people, or they get other people involved, they collaborate. They just make shit happen. They're always on the grind, always on the move. They can leave a house with 15 cents, turn it into $1 to 5, 20, 100, come back with 500, or with more gigs and other things lined up. They just keep going nonstop. They make shit happen. So that's the difference. And John was a hustler. But the problem with John is, damn, he would always fuck up. Always fuck up. Not because he lied, but because he wouldn't exactly tell the truth with a lot of things. For example, one time we was out in the field quoting for a job, and I remember him telling this subcontractor and this real estate agent to their faces, yeah, I could turn this back door into a glass sliding door and this whole area into an Arizona room. It'll be nice. As soon as they left, he was looking up on the internet for tutorials and how to do this shit. That job was supposed to take a couple days and it ended up taking us a month. It was a fucking mess. But John made it happen. That's just what he did. And he always had people keep calling him back because he was John. He made shit happen. But remember I said John always fucked up. He always did something crazy, man. I was working with John before my senior year. It was a summer job. John was cool. He was always riding around the neighborhood, offering us work. He always had work. Everybody loved John. But also everybody knew John was a fuck up. But it was just, he was just a cool dude to be around. So yeah, I took the offer and I was working with him that summer. And we was doing drywall. We had all the drywall hung up already and everything. We was just getting ready to mud, texture. Well, before we got to this property, the contractors gave John like a security clearance to the gate and the houses and everything. Well, his notifications were going off through the roof. He was getting phone calls from the security company. Something's wrong at the property, yada, yada. Well, we was way out. And John was like, fuck it, I ain't gonna drive out there. We'll just see what happens when we get there. He took his time, and I was riding with him. All of us were, the whole crew was. He had a big van. So we get out to the property, and when we go inside this property, everything was fine. No broken windows, no missing copper, no missing materials. Hell, even his DeWalt tool bag was still there, intact how he left it the day before. Like, everything was fine. So John says, all right, let's get ready to texture. He had this habit of kicking the bucket 2 times before he opened it. I don't know why he did it. He goes to the bucket full of mud, gives it 2 taps with his foot, and he's talking to me. He opens up the lid, and as he's talking to me, we're looking at each other. He's talking to me. We're having a conversation. He then looks down in the mud, and he just starts gagging. Oh my God. I go, what's wrong? He's like running around this living room. I go, what's wrong? He had a weak stomach. I mean, little smells, sights of blood, sights of shiza, all that would just set him off. He looked at me and he starts pointing at the bucket. Somebody shit in the bucket. The neighbors actually had some security cameras. We go over and ask them if they got anything on film, and they sure did. It was like a Subaru, and a couple college kids were in the Subaru, and they're flying down the road. They did a U-turn. They stop in front of the house. This dude gets down, passenger. He starts knocking on the door. Nobody's answering because the house is being built, And then he just fucking forced open the door, walked around the property. You could see him through the neighbor's side camera, the security camera on the side of the neighbor's house, and you can see him through the windows. And then he just, took a shiza in the bucket and then left. Dirty ass motherfucker. But that was funny. And that was just from now on, nobody's leaving fucking buckets behind. It was okay to leave your tools and all the copper behind, but you better take the buckets. John did not want to go through that again. But here's another thing. With the same contractor, and the contractor was having this huge, beautiful home built for a farmer out there. And the farmer came down and talked to John, and John had all of us and the crew with him and everything. And John wanted to show strength and power in numbers, like, we can knock this project out for you in no time, no problem. And John was quoting this dude. And John also had a habit. We all have our demons. John would do something on the side that would kind of mess with his mind and mess with his abilities and some of his professionalism, So he wasn't all there when he was doing what he was doing. And I'm watching John, and he's just saying yes to everything. He's quoting for this, quoting for that, yada, yada, yada. And this farmer's just saying, okay, good. And this real estate agent dude or project manager, whatever you want to call him, he was like, are you sure, John? Are you sure? Like, trying to confirm. And John's like, yup. Just saying yeah to everything. Because John's a hustler. John will make shit happen. Well, anyway, John promised this project would be done in 2 months. We go out there, we tackle it. We got it done in a month. And as crazy as this sounds, there was a ton of plywood left over, 2x4s, metal. There was so much material left over. John was like, damn, I guess I overshot on this one. I'm going to make a whole bunch of dog houses and cute little doll houses and sell them at the swap meet. Fuck it. So he had us load up all this wood and materials in the van, and we had to do about 4 trips to get all this shit to his house. And John did just that, and he made a killing selling these badass dog houses. He even put like little mini AC units in some of them. Sold some badass doll houses. And yeah, he made a killing at the swap meet. Well, anyway, we were supposed to be done in 2 months. We only got done in a month. It only took us a month. We got paid in full. John paid us as if we worked there for 2 months. It was awesome. Well, anyway, John says, hey, I'm going to round up the whole crew. We're going to go out there. I got to give these guys the keys, and we're going to do a walk around, and farmer dude is just going to inspect the property and have us address any changes he might want fixed and yada, yada, yada. This whole routine. Like, all right, cool. We just called it the walk around, by the way. So anyway, we go out there, and they're doing the walk around. We're just waiting in the living room. John, the farmer dude, and the project manager, whatever you want to call him, they're walking around the inside, and, the farmer dude's happy. He's like stoked about it. He's like, oh, my kids and my wife, they're going to love this place. You guys did awesome. Now we're all in the back in this little Arizona room, and we're looking out towards his backyard. We're all just staring out the windows. like dumbasses. You'll know why after I tell you this. We're just staring out the windows. John asks the farmer dude, "So what do you think? You like it all?" Farmer says, "Yeah, I do. But, where's my barn?" We all look at John. John takes his hat off. He used to have this old Marlboro hat on, trucker style. Takes it off, throws it on the ground, then he goes, "Fucking shit!" All them dog houses and doll houses he built was with the materials that was supposed to be for this dude's barn. John says, "That explains all the cement too. God damn. I just give me 3 more weeks, man." But guess what? We got it done. I miss John. He ended up passing away from an overdose. He was an awesome cat. He hired a lot of people from the neighborhood. He tried to spread the love and just put money in everybody's pocket. John ate. He ate more than us. But he also made sure we all got a piece of the pie too. Rest in peace, John. Hustler.
D, the delinquent. Many hats, no cap.